Hi, Hiram here. I bought some new stoves off eBay for testing. Well, one's a new stove. This one, it's a Trangia type with the stand and everything. And I got this thing off eBay. Guy said it's a used stove. He didn't want it anymore. He said it's a black bug or Blackfly or something. I thought it looked kind of cool. It's an alcohol with wicks on it. Like if those of you that have seen my old videos, I did a bunch of little alcohol wick stoves just out of the dollar tins you can get from the dollar stores. This one had 2 wicks that actually come out like 4. Everybody was saying you had to put them in water to protect them and stuff. All I did was drill a hole in the middle. I don't know if you can see it there, but it released the pressure. And they said the pressure on this thing as it heated up would make it pop open. But I went through a bunch of different types here. Here's one. Had 4 wicks, cotton wicks. You just put them in, adjusted them to whatever height you wanted, and then put them in there. This is one of my first ones. It's just cottle stove, the cottle bottoms put together. This one didn't work so hot. That's why I went to these other ones. Then this one, this was a suggestion by R.J. Bird. He said put one of the lids on the top. That way you can make its own holder there with the wire mesh. That worked pretty good. I think it was this one. I did 2 cups starting at 58 degrees and it boiled water in 4 minutes and 51 seconds using the maple pot. Maple pot. I'm gonna wait too long. But anyway, I saw this one. I thought I'd give it a try. It looked interesting. It has these 3 spikes that go into the stove to hold it up. Has a chamber inside that the guy told me you have to put water into. So put some water there. Has this little stove, the fuel chamber and the wicks. It went to the same one, only opposite of what I did with these. Had 1 wick on the inside coming out, and there's a magnet on the bottom of it, I guess to keep it down so that it doesn't pop up once it starts losing its alcohol. Anyway, I have 10 milliliters of denatured alcohol here. Let me put it in here and get the wick soaking up. I'm only using 10 milliliters because I want to see how long it'll burn with these 2 wicks. Not sure how long that'll take to soak up into the wick. I'm not even sure that it's hitting the alcohol. Yeah, a little bit. I don't think 10 milliliters is going to be enough. I haven't tried this yet, so I'm going to have to mess this up, and it's going to be an undisclosed. Well, maybe it is hitting it. Maybe just put a little more in. I guess the idea behind this one is that you can pour the alcohol out when you're done using the stove. Okay. I think they're getting wet. Let me put this in here. There, it's down in the water. Here's 3 spikes, just go into the holes that are here. Like that. I have 2 cups of water here, setting at 59 degrees. Room temperature right now is about 52 degrees with a 36% humidity. Like I said, because the last time when I used it on my stoves, I didn't get a standard pot at that time. That was way back in the beginning. I used this new pot for the testing. Okay, they're sticking up maybe a little more than 1/4 of an inch. I don't know, can you see that? Bit of a yellow flame on it. Yep. Okay, that's burning. Let me put the pot on, and let's see where this goes. I guess you can see this, the flame is kind of yellowish. I'm not sure if that's at the sweet spot or not. I'll have to take a measure. I don't know if these wicks were supposed to be pulled out more or less, or what. I guess if there's an interest, I'll try varying the length of the wicks on these. We have 210. To 11. To 12 in 13 minutes 44 seconds. 13 minutes and 44 seconds. 2 cups of water, starting at 51 degrees. Oh, I'm sorry. This is called a Blackfly. I'm not sure what I said before. I got it on eBay for $5.50. I think I'm going to do, the stove weighed 62 grams, empty, when I first got it. 62 grams or 2.15 ounces or 0.136 pounds. I'm not sure if that's a gram weenie type thing either. I think what I'm going to do real quick here is redo this test using the Boy Scout pot with 2 cups of water, and let's see what that does. When I did use this, I'm pretty sure it was on this stove, but that had 4 wicks. I got boiling water starting at 58 degrees in 4 minutes and 51 seconds. Like I said, I'll be right back. Let me set this up again with the other pot. There we have 210. To 11. To 12 at 13 minutes 12 seconds. I redid that test. Except this time I used the Boy Scout, my standard #1 Boy Scout pot, with 2 cups of water starting at 59 degrees. Was able to get the same temperature. This time it took 13 minutes and 12 seconds to get the 2 cups of water to a boil at 212. I don't know, I'm a little surprised and disappointed in this. I thought this kind of a stove would blow my attempt at a wick stove. I thought it would blow it out of the water. I refilled this stove rather. It was just about empty. I'm glad I put more alcohol in the first time. But it was just about empty. I refilled it, let it cool off. 2 cups of water starting at 59 degrees. And 13 minutes and 12 seconds. Gee. We did a better time with this one, except that has a smaller pot on it. One of the things I noticed when I was sitting here watching this, from the top of the wick to the bottom of the pot is only about 3/4 of an inch. I don't know if that makes a difference with it, but this is an alcohol stove I bought off eBay for $5.50. If anybody knows anything about this stove, please let me know. If anybody's interested, if there's an interest, I'll redo the tests using these to see how it compares, but I'll look and find the link. That was a long time ago. Not sure what the date was, but it was one of my first ones because I didn't keep my records like I do now. So that's eBay stove #1. I still have this one to try. I think this one looks pretty cool. So, as always, I look forward to your input, your questions, remarks, helpful suggestions, and as always, watch for my buddy Max. Bye now.
Good boy, Max.